Greetings guys. Last game was awesome. Darkforce, some great macros, some great high-tech, great upgrades. That's what's the most important of that game, is the upgrades that were taking place. Oh, guys, it's the same place. Okay. So now the upgrades were really cool. Darkforce was able to utilize them to the utmost of his abilities, and EmpireKas got beaten. So it wasn't going to be a 3-0 or anything. It is just going to be 2-1. So Darkforce is trying to play from behind still, going for the reverse all kill. We'll see if EmpireKas will be able to emerge victorious. And either it's the best of 5 or not, or whatever. I just have a series of games. I'm going to go ahead and try and predict what the best of series is. However, I do believe it is from a tournament, so odds are we're going to have a good game. That's all I'm going to say. Odds are we're going to have a good game. So now we're seeing that Kas is actually not walling off with the initial supply depot. Nothing to surprise there. Some guys are really experimenting without putting supply depots at the front. I need to breathe for a deep breath and just try and be able to speak. I think speaking is good. Speaking coherently is better. Now, Darkforce. He's going to try and go for a hatchery first once more. Sending out again this very early scout. Looks like it's going to be a 15 hatchery. I'm going to try and get that going. You can see he's going to send it down almost at 300. And perfect timing with a 300 being put down. 300 being put down. There we go. Actually, first from him, we're seeing EmpireKas getting out his gas. So it's not going to be a no gas expansion. Is the first thing I would like to note. We're going to see that this drone from Darkforce is going to start moving in and see the gas is thrown down. So the first thing I wanted to check was the gas, which is the smart thing to do. And now, there it is. Oral Command, Barracks. Great timing on that. So Darkforce has now got his expansion on the way. And then it seems like a very similar play from both players in this game, which is perfectly fine. We'll see if it favors Kas or Darkforce. It seems the longer the game goes on, the better Darkforce is, assuming he can get up his expos. EmpireKas, if he can shut down those expos, he looks better and better as the game goes on, as he just macros up a ton more. Alright, so now Orbital Command is going down some mules, always normal for that. We're going to see if, okay, Factory. I was starting to think I might do a 1-rack expand, but it seems that the Factory's going to throw him down. Let's see if Kas tries to employ Cloaked Banshees this time around. I doubt he will, because Darkforce was able to defend against that in the last game very effectively. I highly doubt that Kas is going to go ahead and try and do that once more. Alright, so, looking around here, we do have almost 100 gas for Darkforce to get out that metabolic boost, and there it is, pulling them back at exactly 100, and there it is, 0-0 for a moment in there. Always impressive to see. So we have the 3-4 Zerglings. There we go. So all these Marines are on the front, should be able to defend against the Zerglings fairly well. We are seeing a double factory build from EmpireKas. We should be seeing a lot of Hellions coming out of him. If he can get harassment and deal with the Lings very effectively, this could definitely play into his favor. It's a very solid strategy, very drone and Zergling death oriented thing. We'll see if Darkforce can actually get up there and see that this is going to be the case. So there are the Lings outside the front. He's going to move up. Let's watch his vision as he does this. He's going to see the Hellion. Okay, he sees the Hellions. He should want to get out his spine crawler up in the front. He's spreading his creep, but doesn't see any spine crawler. See the larva V-click, and then larva V-click. As we see the first Hellion moving out, and we are seeing Factory get a tech lab on top. Hellion, Infernal Pre-Igniter. Will we see another Hellion out of this one? I would assume so. Infernal Pre-Igniter is a very heavy investment to try and utilize Hellions in the early game. So you have this Hellion going to move forward. It is going to go ahead and start attacking, but we actually might get a drone killer or two, but Lings are there. We need to get it surrounded. It looks like that will not. Oh, there's Speed, and Speed kicks in at the perfect time to take out that Hellion. Looks like they're going to try and escape, but that's not going to be the case. Speed Zerglings do barely beat out Hellions in speed 4.7. Hellions do move above 4 speed, and EmpireKas is ready to wall off. We got 3 supply units in the front. God, you mentioned Baneling Bust on this wall off. That would go horribly for EmpireKas, but the blue flame is almost done. He's getting out another tech lab. Seems like he's going to go for a lot of Hellions, but he might go for like a Hellion tank play, or just try and get up a fairly solid mech army. So we do have Command Center inside his base, finishing just now. It is so important to get out those expansions against Zerg. That is great to see Cass doing that. We are seeing another queen was just made by Darkforce while he's getting up his lair. Seems like he really likes the timing of getting up those first 3 queens out along with the lair. And again, pure factories making Hellions, but he got a tech lab onto this factory, and he's using a Hellion. He's got Infernal Preigniter. I'm curious as to why he's not getting out a tank or something from that area. Here we have EmpireKas going to go ahead and start switching double tank production. There we go. Looks like he's got the magical number of Hellions that he wants with 5, and now he's going to go ahead and get out this Expo. It looks like this Marine ate 1 hit from that Zergling. So Darkforce is starting to work on getting up his 3rd base, taking down these rocks. Speedlings are very, very, very good to utilize. Even though they're not moving around, try and make them use something. So it's definitely solid for him. So now, Spore Crawler inside, yeah, this is all about the scare of the Banshees and the damage that they've done. So even though Cass didn't go for Banshees, he's got Blue Flame Hellions. He's 4 Spore Crawlers without really doing much, and now he's going to be able to do a ton of damage to Lings and everything. There is a Roach Warren on the field for Darkforce right over here. It's getting Glio Constitution. But this is a huge, huge issue. All these Blue Flame Hellions are going to be able to do a ton of damage. You see that? Oh, but Darkforce is in a great position. And, oh my god, he just pulled off. But there it is. That Hellion is going to fall. Oh my god. Wow. So, all the Zerglings are still on the field. But their numbers are just diminished. You can see 38 drones to 34 SCVs, and so many are going to have to be remade. Darkforce is ahead in the food count right now. He's working on getting up his Baneling Nest. But it looks like with this hardcore mech play out from Cass, Roaches might be a good idea to get a few of those out to try and have some more beefy units besides just the Ling Baneling. So you have 5 Roaches that are out in the field. Some rocks are still there. Darkforce is continuing to spread creep with these queens, so that's definitely good to see. But Hilaire is out, but just roaches, no spy or anything. Interesting. Darkforce is continuing to spread creep. Looks like he's going to start working on taking these rocks out to get out his gold expansion. Alright, so now Queen is there, going to continue to spread creep. Very active with its creep spreading. I do like this very, very much. And next you can, a 3rd base down here as well. Double expansion to the gold. That could be a great move if he can actually get it down. Cass seems to be looking pretty passive. Getting out a large count of tanks. Tanks, we do have just tanks being produced. No Thors are being made. There's no armory on the field quite yet. Cass might want to start upgrading if he's going to go ahead and invest in a very large mech army. So, all the... oh, God. Yeah, I'm approaching way too many hours trying to cast right now. But yeah, so we have 15 Roaches out here in the front. Not doing a ton. They have successfully taken out those gold rocks, so he can get that expo if he really wants to. Look at all these Lings that are on the field. There's 17 Lings. They're all going to Banelings. Most of them are going to Banelings. There are a few Zerglings. 3 Zerglings are left, but look at all those Banelings that are being made. That is a great, great move. But now, so Darkforce does have control of these watchtowers, which is great to go ahead and see scouting, spread this creep, start spreading in this direction as well if he wants to. There it is, going down there. Oh, I can still spread this creep. Oh well. But now it looks like EmpireKas is going for move any. Oh, he scans and start taking out all his creep tumors that Darkforce has been so good with trying to spread. But now those get taken out. Gold creep is still up there with that creep tumor. Now Cass sieging up. We're trying to get into a great position to try and deal with Darkforce's forces. But all these Roaches are going to be key to see how those actually fit in this. We also have all these Banelings. They do have centrifugal hooks. So that's definitely going to help them out when they try and engage with the Marines. But it looks like Cass is just pulling back his army, content to go ahead and continue to turtle. So now Darkforce just has to replenish a little bit of the creep. You can see this is receding and being always throw down more creep tumors down there. But a single Roach, hopefully he's going to try and get control of this watchtower. He should actually do so, but oh my god, Cass, great reaction time to pull back that Marine in time. And Cass actually has not seen the Roach Warren, but he's now seen the Roach, knows exactly what's up, that the Roach play is happening for Cass. And there we have Darkforce spreading the creep tumors once more. And we are seeing a possible drop down here, but there are enough roaches just to deter Kas's drop, which is great. Darkforce is not going to take any form of damage from that drop bomb, but Kas is just hanging out over there. Weird. Okay, now all of these tanks, there are 10 tanks, that's a huge amount of damage. You might just go ahead and siege up. There's more Marines to help in the anti-air, but there's no units on the field, no Spire. So nothing to worry about there. But here we have these huge explosions. Now Darkforce is just retreating with units, but the Queen gets pulled in. Oh, that's so rough to see. Now, all this guys coming in for a full-on counterattack in the back. We're looking at this, we are seeing that all these roaches are just taking out these tanks. We're talking there are still 6 tanks, and there's so many tanks that EmpireKas is going to hold and do a lot of damage too. And so now there's all his Marines not having stim that time in time to deal with this, but still running away with the stim, and now that hatchery has gone down. Darkforce is getting out his roaches, but with the oh my god, he's going to decimate the second they try to pop out. But there's only one medevac is here. It's going to go ahead and get drained of all his energy. He tries to heal an entire bio ball of Marines with that, and there is some scanning happening to kill off as many creep tumors as possible. EmpireKas does not want any creep on this map, and now it looks like Darkforce has just expanded to the gold. I would actually want to see him expand all the way here on the right, try and force Kas to separate his army, and then take advantage of that. Darkforce with all of these banelings, huge speed boost with the centrifugal hooks on creep, so definitely solid to see that. But now we're having Kas going to go ahead and work on taking the gold, but he's got to kill off those rocks because he's moving in with all of these all his Marines and all of these tanks. But there's going to be a lot of banelings sieging up. Oh god, he's not sieging up, he's completely out of position. The banelings are moving in to get the Marines and hitting tanks, everything possible, spreading on the Marines, doing a great job. The roaches are coming in, going to take out that tank, and all these Marines are going to start taking damage. Kas is going to siege up. Yes, he's sieging up this tank. Roaches are moving in there. Have to snipe this tank, make sure that they don't die. But oh no, Kas is coming in with a huge amount of reinforcements. Now they're going to force Darkforce back. Wow, and Kas still has his command center just line up here, but Kas is coming out very much on top. This roach play is not paying off for Darkforce. Kas has got a lead in the food count, 134 to 97. Kas is looking so solid. He's continuing to look even better as he's now preparing to take the gold base for himself. Once he gets that gold base, there will be so much income that I don't know if Darkforce can be able to deal with this. You're seeing a lot of banelings actually being morphed. Theoretically, there's a possibility to go ahead and say it, massive baneling bust on the planetary fortress to take out that base. It's a possibility. I would like to go ahead and see that. Now you have all of these tanks out here, 6 tanks, sieging up in a good position, ready to decimate any banelings that are running around. But all these roaches could start. Nope, they're not going to go and do that, even though they were outside of the range. So roaches continue to work up. You can see that they have no upgrades whatsoever, while the banelings again the +2, trying to do as much damage as they can. Their Marines though, combat shield, stim, 1/1. It's pretty solid. You see all these creep tumors again getting taken out. Darkforce is so good with replenishing his creep tumors, but it's just not working out. He's able to delay this base. Kas can finally get the gold base landed and bring down a bunch of SCVs. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God, the hiccup. It's horrible. Oh, God, hiccups, no. So Kas is getting out all his Marines, going to try and just solidify his position at this gold. Looking at this, Darkforce, his gold is up and running. He's mined out a fair bit from it for a while now. He's also working on getting up his 4th base, so re-expanding over to here. But it looks like Kas can go for a very strong push with this huge army. He's got the +1 and the +1 there for the armor and the weapons. Getting his +2 for his entry and his +1 for his siege tanks, and that's going to finish in a second. There it finishes. Sieging up, hitting this extractor. This is such a strong roach force from the Darkforce, but no upgrades. And the Queen gets aggroed, and Queens get aggroed in so easily. And it looks like a Darkforce is going for a counterattack or a flank. It's unclear, but Kas sieging up tanks in the back here. And oh my god, there are the bands. I think go share the planetary fortress. Yes, and the planetary fortress goes down. That is exactly what Darkforce wanted to do. The promise he invested a lot to take that out, but that is huge. And Kas immediately going to go ahead and just try to replenish that army. Sensor tower over here is a great choice for Kas. He's actually aware of the fact that there's some units over there. And now counterattack is happening for him, possibly to try and take out the gold base. Darkforce stimming, going to run in, take out all those drones, take out this queen, and this is going to be so bad. Look at this. Oh, Darkforce is running around for a huge, huge counterattack around the side. First time we can. We see all these siege techs plus one attack, decimating. Oh god, Marines are coming in. Kas is stimming, doing a ton of damage to this huge army. Darkforce is just bypassing everything from Kas. Going to try and get his Banes, but the Banes are behind the roaches, not able to close the gap on the Marines. Oh no, that's bad. Moving forward down here, SCVs are running away from Kas. Banes are going to get kills on those Marines, maybe, but no, they're getting hit by the siege tank over here. So now, looking here as the roaches coming in, might be a last-ditch effort from Kas. No, Kas. Last-ditch effort for Darkforce. No, Kas wins. So Darkforce gets taken out 3-1 in his best-of-5 series. So Kas does go ahead and emerge victorious. So congrats to him for winning. Very well played by both players, but Kas just comes out on top. Well done. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely appreciate it. You guys get thumbs up.